Hey there, Rook. Azan can get the gate.
Another truffle hunt?
No, we're meeting Eldrin, the old elf I told you about. I spent summers here. Tended Hollow when I was a kid.
Hard to imagine the mighty hunter hanging out with
Azan, hang back. Eldrin, I got your message.
Oh? Who are you?
It's me, Davrin.
I knew a Davrin once. Strange kid. Too small, even for an elf.
Well, now, hold on.
So, this walking mountain of armor I see before me can't be him.
You sure got old and cranky.
You got old and far too good looking. I was always the lady killer.
This is Rook. We're working together.
I've heard the name. I've heard other things too.
There's some history.
Doesn't matter. I just need to know if you can be trusted around Hala.
I don't know what you've heard, but I'm still Dalish where it counts.
The Hala will decide that. Arlathan Forest is wrong in a way I've never seen.
We know.
The Hala aren't coming around, and these old bones aren't up to the task of chasing them anymore. I'm worried they're sick. I need you to check on them for me.
Asan, I told you.
Is that what I think it is?
I'm looking after him.
Remarkable. A griffin. Never thought I'd see one. Maybe all those summers here rubbed off. The monster hunter turned shepherd.
Asan's had a rough go of it. Davrin's his bodyguard.
Doing what I can.
Seems my old lesson sunk in. Not every creature in the forest is quarry.
I didn't ignore everything you said. And now, we've got some Hala to find.
Davrin, I'm glad to see you took the road less traveled. It suits you.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we do?
Gotta love
Find some stone,
Asan.
a marple tree, and vanderberries.
I thought we were looking for Hala.
A lot of people would go chasing after them, running around, getting nowhere. Hala can keep that up for days. Trick out there. Ringing the dinner bell's a lot easier than searching the whole damned forest.
You'd think Rena would know that, being Dalish.
Here we go. Found a marple tree.
See if it has a dead.
Got it.
It's hollow, right? When you blow through it, it mimics a Hala's call.
The dinner bell. Here. Some vanderberries.
Keep forgetting to pop that
Sweet
out.
as candy. Hala lapped them up.
Interesting. I wonder what they taste like.
Don't even think it. Uncle Eldrin let me try one once. As a lesson. It lasted an hour. Paralysis, hallucinations, cramps.
Ugh.
There would be plenty of people who would pay, top dollar coin for that. Except for the cramp parts.
Over here. Stone root.
Dig
But
up a
paralysis with some
Hang
hallucination.
on to that.
Ooh.
We slice away the outer husk.
You know,
Those seeds inside
That makes me think
mimic
of
mating
sleep
cells.
paralysis. Never mind.
I thought we were ringing the dinner bell.
Hell with that.
Time to get out that marple branch and call the Hala.
You sound excited.
Let's hope it's that and not I'm hungry for venison.
I want to mind some venison. I've never really had venison. Well, I probably have. I
It's
should
on the other
correct
side
that.
of this.
I think the only venison I've had is venison
She
jerky,
senses something.
and that was when I was
Hollow.
a real young kid.
We've got a griffin.
My
Asan could track
uncles
them.
used. Well, they
I
still
need
do
to be
hunt.
careful of the predator
But,
that's
they hunted a
ingrained
lot
to
more
hunt
when
and
I was,
kill
like,
things before they kill him.
Knee high to a
He'd
griffin.
attack the Hala?
Probably not. but he's never seen one.
And they used to make jerky. I know one of my uncles actually still has plenty of venison. The other one, he fishes more nowadays.
This is a good spot. Lay out the stone root and vannerberries.
But, I wouldn't mind trying it sometime.
Time to blow the horn. I'll let you have the honor.
I think I might change my staff. I don't like how it looks.
It looks sick.
How long can it last like that?
Another week, maybe? The forest is going rotten.
We need to do something.
Look around for more vannerberries. Asan, don't you even think about going after...
Gavrin, remember, trust.
Right. Turlum. Okay. Asan, do as I would do, boy. Be nice.
Did Asan just bring it some food?
He did. I'll be damned. Won't forget that anytime soon. Thanks for helping out.
Don't sweat it. I guess it's not all about killing gods and monsters. There's more to him than hunting darkspawn.
Eyes of an eagle, roar of a lion. But maybe the heart of a holla.
And the appetite of all three. You found your Turlum.
Yeah, we did. Come on, boy. You did good.
I'm not sure
We'll need to tell
if it's the
Elgar'nan about this
angle
holla.
or the outfit I'm wearing, but Runa has some cake. I'll be right back. I'm back. Sorry about that. Random text message I don't recognize the number from. Probably a scam.
So your uncle is quite the character?
Eldrin will drink you under the table, then the floor, then bury you in the basement as a joke.
I like him.
Most of my clan didn't understand why I left. Eldrin had an open mind, saw I was restless.
He approved?
He knew I had to find my own way, though he warned me about joining the Wardens.
Too dangerous?
Too much darkness. Eldrin always preached balance in life.
Not something Grey Wardens seem to know much about.
We reek of darkspawn all the time. Guess that's why working with Asan, there's something to be said for drawing strength from the light.
Fair. Hold on a second. Again, sorry. Sorry about that. I was writing down the number to look it up later. Let's go. It is on the other side of the country, so I have no clue who it is because I know no one over there.
Any luck?
We found one. Looked sick.
I was afraid of that. If you can find more vannerberries,
Asan took care of it.
a griffin held to holler?
Not much lion left in him.
He's still young, learning how to roar.
The world knows griffins as warriors who fought darkspawn, but they existed long before that.
Existed as what?
A creature of the wild, free to explore their nature.
But griffins live for the hunt.
So do you. Yet now, you're a caretaker.
I'm proof that anything can change. Don't know if it's for the better.
Nothing about change is ever certain. I once knew a restless young elf who believed there was more to life than shoveling hollow manure. It's the nature of nature to surprise us.
Maybe you're right. See you around, Elgar'nan.
That was a nice little outing. Well, kind of, until we found the, the sick, dying Hala. Alright, next one. Let's go see, Bone Daddy. I'm actually really curious how this is going to play out since I'm romancing him. Ought to be interesting for sure.
Now, what do you have to say for yourself?
Did I miss something?
Since we're here to gather flowers for the dead, I thought I'd teach Manfred some plant names. But I just caught him attempting to wade into a rose bush.
Given his coordination, is that so surprising?
He knows the stems are delicate. I can't think what got into him. Oh, Manfred. Whatever will happen to you if I pass on?
If?
There's something I'd like to talk about. Do you know what a lich is, Rook?
Doesn't ring a bell.
A lich is a mage transformed into one of the undead while retaining their true, original consciousness. The idea fascinated me when I was younger. For years, I researched and experimented, spoke with spirits and mages. Then, eventually, I found them.
Who?
The Lich Lords of the Grand Necropolis. Necromancers before me who'd transformed themselves into true living dead.
Well, not everyone gets to meet their idols.
Oh, but I was nervous. The Liches are the great protectors of the Necropolis, bulwarks against forces that threaten creation. After years of tests and rituals, they granted me my desire, the right to attempt lichdom.
Hold on. If you become a lich, then all this flirting we've been doing...
I should hate to lose your company while I'm still mortal.
What would you being a lich be like?
A vast leap. Flesh cast aside for bone, returned immortal for all time.
And you'd be a powerful, undead mage with secrets beyond mortal understanding?
A cherished desire.
That's perfect.
Oh, I did form you before making any decisions to... Well, questions of lichdom are... Lichdom is an incredible honor. Immortality, prestige, the most hallowed ranks of the Watchers, as well as a chance to be of service past my allotted years. But there are considerations. Come, we have flowers to gather for the dead.
I wonder
Okay,
if...
but
Well,
I've got
liches are,
questions.
undead, obviously. Typically depicted as either mummified, emaciated corpses or just straight up skeletons. Since he mentioned
Blue
the
Creek
bones
vine.
bit,
This will do
Would-
nicely.
the fact that he made Manfred
Emmerich,
be more
aren't
of
most
a
undead just
way of him to
random
get
spirits
ready for
inside
that?
corpses?
Liches are different.
to
It
become
wouldn't be a
more
spirit
comfortable being
acting
around
in my
bones
name.
as
My true
opposed to flesh.
consciousness would be housed in my departed flesh.
How?
The Order must keep some secrets. Moon blossoms, famed in verse and song.
Smells like perfume. Do liches have a sense of smell?
I've been told that while some of my senses will dull, others will become available. Other than that, I can't say if the flowers would still hold their bloom for me. Lichdom serves a purpose. There are dark things in creation, threats to both our world and the Fade. The liches of the Necropolis have the insight and the abilities to oppose them.
And you're joining them when?
Certain elements have held me back. There's no ready instructions for lichdom. The steps must be discovered on one's own over years to be fully understood.
Does the spell to become a lich kill you, or do you have to...
No, mercifully, that falls to another watcher. After my death, my soul will be drawn back into my body instead of moving on to whatever lies beyond.
Fascinating.
So, what's holding you back from lichdom?
Even with all my preparations, there's a chance I could die permanently during the rites. What cowardice! A promise of immortality, an end to all my fears, and the final veil stays my hand.
If you want lichdom that badly, you have to go for it.
I always thought I'd find the courage when I grew older. Traditionally, candidates for lichdom face one final sifting of the soul. If they avoid it, you saw my old colleague.
Hezenkos. She's a lich.
A half-lich, though that hasn't diminished her powers. Until I stop her plans, I won't possess the peace of mind for lichdom. Why don't you select the next flowers, Rook?
Sure. So what's a half-lich exactly?
Seriously.
Johanna attempted the rites of lichdom and failed. Stuck in her in-between state, she is supremely dangerous, but can't learn any new magic.
No wonder Hezenkos was shouting so much.
No, she's always been that way.
What about the sifting of a soul that Hezenkos avoided?
The spirits of the Necropolis judge whether a candidate is worthy of the power and responsibility of lichdom.
How'd she become a lich without it?
I shared some knowledge when we were colleagues. She apparently put together more than I knew. It would be just like her to skip the rituals, the cleansings, the preparations of the soul.
Yeah, I can see that. She seems more of a
For a watcher,
type
Hezenkos
of person
is
who was
pretty harsh
more
on
academic
spirits.
as opposed
We made
to
allowances because of her discoveries. Too many.
what's the word I'm looking for
Spirits are
here?
not things to be disposed of.
Practical.
You really care about them.
They're so susceptible to the world's whims, Rook. Some spirits are dangerous.
Like very much a
But how
ends
quickly
justify the
most
means
respond to a
and
bit of kindness
type of a
or
person.
care, or simple attempt to understand. For all she's done, I can't condemn Johanna for attempting lichdom. That freedom from mortality, that divorce from fear, and of course, time to read all of one's books.
Of course.
Every mage's dream.
But how she's abused her abilities. Are my intentions enough to fare better?
Worrying's a good sign.
True.
We have enough flowers. There's something I'd like to show you.
Well, show me. In all honesty, I that whole ooh, hey Manfred, what are you doing?
That's right. There's probably another skeleton in there.
I understand the whole need to like never enough time in the day to read as many books as you want. I love books.
Here we
Just stories
are.
in general.
Oh, so these flowers are for...
Yes. If you could place them on the graves, please.
In memory of Rupert and Eleonora Volcarin, they walk eternity hand in hand.
After I became a watcher, I erected a proper shrine to my parents. When I come to talk, I like to think they listen. Well, don't be shy. Introduce yourself.
Hello. Do you remember your parents?
Some memories are bright. Others are akin to those dim, early morning dreams one gets sometimes. Lately, I wondered what they'd think of our current course, the choices ahead.
Your lichdom?
What would they have wanted me to be?
Happy with someone who cares for you.
Shroud's Kiss. I've always loved the legend around this flower. They say it grows on lovers' graves, and that one moves closer to the fade simply by inhaling its fragrance.
Is that true?
It is when I will it, my dear.
What else?
What a day of unexpected splendor.
Well, I was not expecting that scene. That was actually really tasteful. I like it. That was actually really sweet, really cute. Oh, I love these two. All right, next one. Actually, this will probably be a little faster. I wasn't expecting Emmerich to have some res in him. I mean, jeez. That was cute. Funnily enough, that skeleton kissing statue, we can get that for the lighthouse, which I'm rocking with change.
The Imperium command!
Bad timing, guys.
They are too willful.
Taking fire!
Oh, piss off.
Violent.
Well done, Tom! They're attacking from afar!
Ow. Ow.
Loosen the lid for you.
Dicks.
All clear.
Alright, let's continue onwards.
If
One
you've got a
second.
job for me, let me know.
Alright, keep going. Sorry for all the pauses.
Well, I'm late. Tried grabbing something from Hal's on the way, but the fish fry's not running. So much for supper.
What have you been doing?
Chasing leads. On Alias Venatori, Darktown's missing people, and anything that might come close.
Find anything?
Plenty. Something I can use is another story. So here we are. I'm out of leads, and you're at that supper I promised.
Were you waiting for a simple job?
A girl can dream. I could use a walk. And some rocks. You up for it?
Rocks?
Yeah. So, rocks. Look for good ones.
Yeah.
You were serious about this?
You'll see why.
Pet the cat.
Were you keeping Nev company?
Or hoping for a treat.
Always get it the first time you pet that cat.
Why are we doing this?
You know what they say. Leave no stone unturned.
Really?
No.
Love the pun.
All right. Name one job of yours that didn't get complicated.
A circle mage hired me to find a book. He said it was stolen and contained information that couldn't get out.
What happened?
It was a diary. It had fallen behind a dresser. Walked away from that job in an hour.
Oh,
Wow.
that's a
All
pretty
right,
simple job.
Time to put these rocks to use. Come on.
How are we doing?
With the rocks or in general?
Let's stick with the rocks.
In that case, so far so good.
A win for us.
I guess it is.
Yeah. Rocks are important for what we're about to do.
You still going?
Calliope.
Over here. I'll take you to my usual spot.
Fancy.
Isn't it?
Is this what you do when you're out of leads?
I'd look over my notes, but I've got them by heart. I just need to clear my head.
Stepping back can't hurt. Clear minds get things done.
If only they stayed that way. You can't count on a lot here. When I started, I wasn't going to save Minrathus, never mind Thedas. But if I could take a job and follow through, well, maybe people could count on me. But at the end of the day, what have I done here? What sticks? If people like Aelia come back for more... I'm fighting, Rook. Sometimes it feels as though the city itself stabbed me in the back.
Let it try. We're still stopping Aelia.
Getting mixed up in my problems, it's not the smart play. Rana's partner, Brahm. Where did it leave him? Where does it leave you?
You don't scare me, Nev Gallus.
Should have known. She was there. We didn't see her.
This worked?
Maybe. Come on.
I just love every time it's like, wait, this worked? What? Yeah, sometimes
Willing to
it's
chase along?
better if you're stuck.
Get to the
Believe me, I do this all the time when I'm writing. If you're
You've got
stuck in a
someone on
specific
Aelia?
moment where
She
you
was
just
there. We just
keep
didn't
looping
see
the
her.
problem over and over
At
and
the
over and
spillway.
over in your head,
At the relic deal.
take a step back.
When Aelia controlled damage,
Do something
she
else.
mentioned
It
Mataris
really
and the
does
stolen
help.
Relic. Why bring that up? Why would she care?
Same is
think
true
she's
with, you
involved?
know,
Or one of her
Uh,
puppets.
pretty much
She's been
anything.
careful, but there may be something to pick up at the side.
having some
Witness.
difficulty in life, just take a moment, take a deep breath, take your mind off the problem, and you'll find an answer, usually.
So we're returning to the scene of the crime.
Or you
where we
can, I
fought
should say.
Bataris?
It's just a hunch, but it's the best I've got.
Let's check it out. What's the plan?
Doesn't
Vitaris
always
had a
help
red
me,
lyrium relic.
but
Those don't play
it does
nice
end
with
up
Veil.
giving me ideas.
The Viper left me a piece. Remnants fade with time, but if we got here soon enough...
Remnants. We've got them.
Fainter than the ones we found before, but I'll see what I can draw out.
Let's find out.
Take a look. Sure thing. Echoes of greed, pride, our Venatori, Vitaris.
Okay.
Here goes nothing. The thread smuggler. But this feels scrambled. Two people's thoughts in one source. She wasn't a traitor. She was a puppet. Aelia moving goods to her followers. Look there. There's more. By the waterfall.
Let's go check it out.
We're close to something. I can feel it.
Skipping stones really worked.
I guess some of my plans pan out. This one
All right, let's find out what he has to say.
afraid. A witness? Someone else showed up too, after we left. If I can pull out more of an echo, a memory.
So Nev Gallus is back. Tell me what you saw.
Nothing, I swear.
Aelia.
No. In my head. Stay out.
A bystander. They must have seen the fight.
Then Aelia showed up.
Tell me, would you see this city rise? Be a thrall in service to its glorious rebirth?
Thrall? No,
Silence! Your will.
belongs to the Venatori.
Damn it.
The risen god will unlock my true power. He's given me Vena Vitalis. We start here.
What's Vena Vitalis?
A rumor, an old Tevinter ritual to increase blood magic. Fake accounts appear on the black market. The real records were burned by magisters. It scared them. But if Aelia cozied up to Elgar'nan, an elven god might know the trick. Or something close he could trade as our legacy.
A blood ritual. Then the missing people. It's a lead.
But where? When? Who else does Aelia break before I track her down?
Nev?
This place means something to me. But what am I to it if I can't?
Minrath has failed before, not you. This time we stop Aelia for good. Venatori who threatened Docktown, they've got Nev Gallus to fear.
She won't make it easy.
People's lives are at stake.
Aren't they always? I'm a sucker, Rook. Getting caught up in all this. Bad habit.
So keep fighting. Isn't that what you do?
Till it gets me.
All right, and that's pretty much it. We do have, I think, one, maybe two cutscenes back in the lighthouse. So let's go do that, and then we'll call for today. Oh, Emmerich has something to say. That's new. Might be because we're romancing him.
Sounds like aliens in league with Elgar'nan.
Could be. Picked up some of his tricks.
God damn. Hold on, sorry. Alright, sorry about that. Jeez, so much stuff going on.
Rook, darling, I was thinking of spending an evening with just the two of us.
I'd like that.
Wonderful. I've made all the arrangements at the Necropolis. We'll leave whenever you're ready.
Oh? The Flame Eternal. I guess we have another cutscene. Or quest. Well, a conversation. Well, let's go do that. Because why not, you know? I'm honestly really curious.
How did you find everything?
Best meal I've had in a graveyard.
One advantage of being senior staff is requisitioning the kitchen's better cooks.
You did that just for me.
I'd hoped the evening might impress. The amount of work on you worries me, Rook. Responsibility exacts a toll on the body.
I have been more tired lately.
More so than you might even realize. I do ask that you at least avoid putting pressure on that stiff left wrist.
It's a little stiff. Impressed you spotted it.
Well, I am familiar with the finer points of anatomy. It's good we made time for this. A couple should get to know one another in comfort.
Time to dig into our feelings?
I'd be delighted if the mood moves you.
Devastating charm aside, what do you like about me?
Apart from the compliment of your interest,
Come on.
darling, it's gratifying a fresh-faced adventurer noticed me at all. And your spirit does charm, but there's also something quite indomitable about you, Rook. It inspires.
Oh, thanks. What's your favorite color?
Well, can I only choose one?
Let me guess. Black, green, yellow, but like a bone yellow.
Lilac.
Ah, of course you went to a flower.
It's such a pretty shade of purple. It brings thoughts of spring. And what's your favorite shade of color?
Rich purple. The kind you get with those really expensive dyes.
It's the color of royalty in some kingdoms.
Maybe I've got ambitions. This is one of the more romantic dates I've been on.
How wonderful. I was afraid I'd lost my touch. Between work and research and teaching Manfred, there hasn't been time lately for company.
How lately?
No one's serious for a few years. Apart from that, I'd prefer we leave the past be.
All right. Stay a man of mystery. Anyway, should we enjoy the garden?
Certainly. They're wondering what we're up to. Wisps are ever attracted to the gardens.
Like you?
The Fade is close here. As our spirits I count as guides and friends. Beyond that, I feel there are mysteries past our comprehension. Something beyond the weft of magic or deepest fade. When I'm fortunate, I spy suggestions of them here.
Like when you're out looking at stars and you stare so long you're dizzy?
Yes, the indefinable, tipping its faintest reach into ourselves.
Totally what I meant.
Sometimes, my dear, I think you indulge me.
When I'm in the mood.
That's actually sweet. I've only ever seen Tash's romance through to the completion, so I'm really enjoying these little quieter bits with the other characters. I can't wait to see how Balara goes with Alphathol. All right, we have this last cutscene, and that'll be it. Let's do this.
Trust me, it's her. And we're lucky. If someone found the body before us, she would have been cremated.
Ugh, I'll never understand that custom.
What are you two up to?
Look, it's very exciting. Nev's invited me to help solve a murder.
Well, if anyone's gonna gather clues from the dead.
I helped the Navaran city guard a few times, but a long-lost crime from the heart of Tevinter.
Let's not oversell it. You ready?
By the flame that stoked you, by the light that rises. Return and speak.
What do you want of this one?
You were a shadow dragon. Someone took you out.
She's already digging in. Be firm.
Why should this one speak? Come on, have you got anything better to do?
We offer you a last chance to speak with the living.
Speak with no promise of answer.
You helped get people out of the city. Who was the last person you took?
No. Secret. This one's to protect.
They're clinging to a role, keeping secrets.
Fine. Then tell me who killed you. Did you see their face?
Their name gives the other away.
If they came for you, then they're coming for whoever you helped escape.
Time's short.
This one saw the murderer's face. Piranhas. His son wanted out for Blood Mage family. This one got the son to Azariel. Help him.
The shadow dragons will get him to safety.
Thank you.
The spirit has left us. Thank you for trusting me with one of your dead.
Wouldn't leave that to just anyone. You're a different story. Thanks for the help.
Anytime.
That was sweet. I like that she can rely on Emmerich for help, or the other team members. All right, just to check, because that conversation with Emmerich did catch me off guard. Let's head out and head back in, see what we got. Don't think there's more. Yep. Alright, so that's going to be it for this set. I hope y'all enjoyed it. We had a nice little romantic tryst with Emmerich, and I'm really curious to see how that continues. So, until next time, as always, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope you enjoy the outro. Bye-bye! Hello everyone, and thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed the video and would like to support the channel, please feel free to like, comment, and or subscribe. This goes a long way to boosting the channel and YouTube's algorithm. If you would like to support me more directly, please feel free to check the link in the description or on the main page. You will find a link to an ebook I have written. It is a fantasy story, and I would personally appreciate it if you gave it a chance. If you do not wish to, however, that's okay as well. Just feel free to tell your friends about it instead. Of course, if you so wish to. Other than that, I hope you continue to enjoy my work, and I will see you in the next video. But until then, bye-bye.